all his baby teeth are in. They should have been in by the age of 2.5, which is normal for children. And let's see, so you'll notice that around ages 6 to 7, the permanent teeth, the adult teeth, will start erupting. So he'll start losing his teeth anywhere, the baby teeth, between 5 and 6 years old. Okay. So just continue to brush at least twice a day. Okay, so you've been really good patient. So I'm going to give you a lollipop after you get your shots.
He'll be okay.
No.
Hereditary elements, as we have seen, are of immense importance to the regulation of growth. Nutrition. Active preschoolers need a well-balanced diet: bread, cereal, fruit, vegetables, meats, milk, and they require several wholesome snacks. Parents, for as long as possible, should restrict sweets and soda drinks. Disease. Short-term illnesses cause no permanent retardation of the growth rate, although they may cause some disturbance if the child's diet is consistently inadequate. Major disease usually causes a slowing of growth, followed by a catch-up period of circumstances become more favorable.
There are two types of motor skills: gross motor skills, which use the large muscles of the body, and fine motor skills, which use the small muscles of the hands and fingers. Both gross and fine motor skills result from physical development that enable children to perform smooth and coordinated physical acts. For example, 3- and 4-year-old children can hold crayons, copy triangles, button their clothes, and unlace their shoes.
Which coloring?
My coloring book.
Is that the one I got you?
Yeah.
Looks like this Stephen Allen is in the news again. You know, we almost named you Stephen after my great-grandfather.
What do you mean?
What's that?
What do you mean?
We almost named you Stephen after my great-grandfather. But then me and your mom, we decided on Kyle. It was a better fit.
That doesn't make sense, though. I mean, I'm always Kyle.
Yeah, but things can have a different name.
But that's my name.
You see, Kyle displayed realism. Realism is the child's notion that their own perspective is objective and absolute. Kyle cannot realize that names are only verbal labels, nor conceive the idea that they could have been given a different name.
Really? Mr. Fuzzles hates you now even more. They're so mean. Really? Now you just hurt his best friend. You killed him. Now he's never gonna like you. Oh my gosh. Go pick him up.
Do with that.
Fix him.
No.
He's gonna die.
As you can see, Kyle sincerely believes his stuffed animals are conscious and have feelings, while his brother, who is older, knows they do not. I wonder who made the sun. Man created the sun!
As you can see, Kyle displayed artificialism. Artificialism, in the pre-operational stage, is the child's ability to attribute human creation to everything. The decline of artificialism parallels the growth of realism.
Deferred imitation is when a child witnesses an event and later imitates the event due to a mental image of the first event. We can conclude the child used a mental image of the first event to duplicate the action. For example, when this child saw his mom turn on the light, he duplicated the action because he knew where it was and what it did without his mom being there. Symbolic play is a simple game of pretending. This child here is pretending to work on his car, such as his dad. Whenever he tells him to fix it, he fixes it, even though he really isn't fixing anything.
In features of pre-operational thought, Piaget uses the term drawing to indicate a child's growing symbolic ability. Children of this age project their mental representations into their drawings. At this age, we encourage children to talk about their artwork since it reflects how they feel. Reproductive images are images restricted to those sights previously perceived, and anticipatory images are images that include movements and transformations. At the preoperational level, children are only limited to reproductive images.
I'm hungry, Mom. So hungry.
Dinner will be ready in 20 minutes.
But I want not something now.
We're gonna eat in 20 minutes.
But Mom.
You have to wait.
No.
Yes. No,
candy.
wait for dinner.
No.
You cannot have candy. You need to wait.
No.
Stop.
No.
Stop it.
No.
Now.
No.
No. At the preoperational stage are unable to decenter. That means that they're unable to notice features that would give balance to their reasoning and thoughts. An example of this lack of reasoning and understanding is the limitations of classification. We will recreate an experiment done by Piaget and Inhelder in 1969 in which they used flowers. For our purposes, we will use cookies instead of flowers today. Okay. How old are you?
6.
How many cookies are there?
12.
Very good. And how many of those cookies are Chips Ahoy?
6.
Very good. Now, can you tell me, are there more Chips Ahoy's than there are cookies? Okay, at this stage, they are unable to distinguish the whole from the part. This understanding doesn't appear until about age 8. Kyle, come get your water.
Mom,
Yes,
why does he get more water than I do?
he doesn't. There's the same amount of water in both.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I poured it myself.
This one's taller.
I know, but I measured it. It's the same amount of water.
But that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't matter. Just get one.
As you can see, the surface change of the water between the two glasses has deceived the boy into thinking that the taller water bottle has more water than the lower one, when in reality, they both have the same amount of water. This is due to conservation.
All right.
Alright, Kyle. Do you know what's inside the bag?
No.
Can you take a look inside the bag for me, please?
Yeah. It's a glove.
Okay, can you put the glove back inside the bag?
Yeah.
Alright. Mr. Fluffy has not seen inside the bag.
Okay.
Does he know what's inside the bag?
Yes.
At 3 years old, Kyle can understand that if you haven't seen something, you can't possibly know it, because he can't put himself in another person's perspective. At this stage, Kyle hasn't yet developed a theory of mind.
Alright, hey there, Kyle.
Hello.
Do you know what's inside the bag?
No.
We have a glove inside the bag.
Okay.
Okay? Alright. Mr. Fluffy has not seen inside the bag.
Alright.
Does he know what's inside the bag?
No.
But as you can see at 5 years of age, Kyle understands that not everybody thinks the way he does. He now has developed a theory of mind. Span of apprehension is the amount of information a person can attend to at one time. A study was done between first graders and fourth graders. The study showed that first graders could only attend to
2.5 items at one time, while the fourth graders can attend to 3 items at one time. This is a significant difference that testifies to true development growth. Rehearsal is a simple task of repeating information to aid memory. Studies have shown that rehearsal increases as children age. As rehearsal skills increase, so does their ability to recall information.
Organization imposes structure on information to aid recall. Older children cluster items into categories to improve their recall, while preschool children cluster items only by chance. Retrieval is obtaining information from memory. For younger children to recall information, the material needs to be repeated, but with older children, they spontaneously use retrieval cues more often than preschoolers.
There's 4 stages. In stage 2, which is from 27 to 30 months, children start to use more mature aspects of language, such as pronouns and phrases, to form sentences similar to adults. They love to say no. In stage 3, 31 to 34 months, children at this stage refine their use of pronouns and auxiliary verbs, such as be, do, have, and will. Also, at this stage, they show an improvement in their ability to carry out a conversation. 35 to 40 months, children reach a new achievement called embedding, which is a combining of phrases and clauses, such as, I know what you did. 41 to 46 months. Embedding becomes more complex, grammar continues to improve, and children become better conversationalists.
Children who are 2.5 years old speak in complete sentences and use negative statements. By about 4, they have learned the structure of language. They're able to make sense of what they're hearing and what they're saying. 2 important concepts are overextension and over-irregularities. Overextension refers to a child using a word too widely. This is seen more in ages 2 to 4 due to the immature connection between language and thought. An example of this would be a child having a pet dog at home. They refer to the dog as doggy. So when they go out into the world and see another 4-legged animal, they'll refer to it as doggy. Over-irregularity refers to the incorrect use of language rules. For example, adding ed to a verb makes it past tense. The child doesn't know the correct rules, so if mom's coming home, they're going to say mom comed home instead of mom came home. Children tend to stop using over-irregularities and overextensions the more that they're exposed to the world and learn the correct uses of the words.